Today we're going to drive one of the most exciting cars to come along in years. It's Pontiac's new Solstice. This one is even more exciting than the regular Solstice. It's the GXP model. It's very, very fast. The natural sworn enemy to the Mazda Speed Miata. This is an exciting car. Stick around, we're going to go for a drive.
Auto Spot Television is a visual guide for auto enthusiasts, an unbiased look at new vehicles, and an informative look back at yesteryear's collectibles.
The Solstice is the car that once again made Pontiac cool. Well, you just look at it and it's just undoubtedly fabulous. It's got such a nice design, but the most important thing is, doesn't matter, look in the back of Pontiac's history, the GTOs and the Firebirds and all these gorgeous high-performance cars. This car we're in right now, which is the Solstice GXP, has more specific output at 130 horsepower per liter than any of those old cars. It's actually the most powerful per liter than any previous Pontiac in history. Pretty impressive. That's 260 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque for a lot of get up and go. Now, while I don't recommend doing this at every stop sign, this little GXP model can go to 60 miles an hour in about 5.4 seconds to 100 kilometers an hour in 5.5. That's really, really fast. That's up there with top-line BMWs. It's quicker than a lot of top-line BMWs, actually. This vehicle is fast. Now, of course, the lower-priced Solstice isn't quite as powerful as this GXP. It comes in at 177 horsepower and 166 pound-feet of torque, but it's no slouch. It actually moves along really well, and not everybody needs all that extra excitement. Now, for you fuel misers out there, the top-of-the-line GXP actually gets better mileage than the entry-level model at 10.8 liters per 100 kilometer in the city and 7 on the highway. Pretty impressive. Of course, what makes this even cooler is the lack of a roof. To have the wind blowing through your hair in this wonderful roadster, it's what all of us kind of dream about having, and they've made it attainable at a price that comes in quite low, one of the lowest priced roadsters on the market. You can't go wrong with that. Now, here's an interesting tidbit. Way back in 2002, when this car was confirmed for production, GM sold 1,000 units in 41 minutes. I think that's a record. The Solstice has near perfect weight distribution, and its hydroform steel frame makes it incredibly tight. You drive around, you go over bumps, it's nice and tight. This thing doesn't rattle or roll. It rocks, though. Those who haven't driven a GM vehicle for a long time will be impressed with what they've done with interior quality. Now we have, tight controls, nice rubber grips on them, large enough to use with gloves if you plan on driving a car like this in the winter. The stereo controls are top grade. The gauges are large, easy to see. The steering wheel is top grade, really comfortable, well designed for driving enthusiasts, and there's buttons on pretty well everything so that you can access cruise control or audio right at your fingertips. This is a car designed for performance enthusiasts, but it won't let you down if you like a little luxury as well. Now, the top takes a little getting used to, but once you get it down, you'll get the idea. A little button in here which opens the trunk and raises those little roof buttresses that are on the back. And here's a handle. It's easy to open, anyone can do that. And then a little tug lifts it up. Now, you can't do it from in the car, but a little bit of a, just get out of the car and drop the top. It takes a few seconds. Now, with these roof buttresses out of the way, it's easy to pull the top up, and you can look inside. There's obviously that limited space we were talking about in the trunk, but now this actually comes off and slides into place nicely. Kind of forces you to go around the car and get it from the other side as well, so that it's right out of the way. And then you got to give it a good solid thunk to get it down, but when it's down, it looks so sweet. So if you're thinking of buying a two-seat roadster and styling and performance are important to you, you're really going to want to check out the 2007 Pontiac Solstice. This car's a lot of fun and it looks gorgeous.